5. No, no, just joking. No, no, really, no, really. I came up. Well, literally, to be honest with you, I didn't came up with the brand of us. Uh, the Lord gave that name to me. I was just sleeping one day, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I turned on pretty much the radio, and I was hearing just some music and stuff and everything else, and I always had want to come up with my own podcast, radio show, regardless, and I just can't come up with the name. So one day, God whispered in my ear and say, "Hey, we are all brands, so why can't we just call it the brand of us?" Like bring my people to the promised land. You feel what I'm saying? So at the same time, I just decided, I say, you know what, the brand of us. I say, yes, we can incorporate every genre under one big umbrella. And that's why I came up with the brand of us.
So give me about 2 things that really made you decide to go forward in this business.
Woo!
I would have to say, after we met and, he brought it to my attention that he wanted to do this. So that's when we decided to come together and develop the brand of us. So that's what made us want to, just keep pushing forward. We started off small.
Yes, we did.
And we're steadily growing, and
Yes.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get all the way there.
So you guys have a podcast, but in the midst, you
Correct.
also have a studio?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the podcast.
The podcast pretty much just like every other podcast is out there. You have roughly numbers, don't quote me. You have over about almost 6 million podcasts right now all over the United States and over the world. Podcast is the new thing that everybody is getting into because this is where you get your quick news, your information, your music or entertainment or any other type of outlet.
Right. And with, the pandemic going on, that's what a lot of people are going to now as far as podcasts go.
Yes, and so I decided to do the podcast. But if you look at the brand of us, we are podcast radio. So we did been both, and since the brand of us is completely growing, we getting more and turning into more of radio broadcasting, and that's what we're doing here on the brand of us.
So when you both decided to start the business and you wanted to make the business a legit business, tell us about the education, the work experience, or the life experience that helped you build the brand of us.
Certainly, I would be glad to send out information. Step 1, mine is 1 through 3. 1, you got to know first where to go to. You got to know about copyright. You got to know about LLC. You have to know about certain rules and regulations before you do this podcast. You got to know about what type of music to play and that you cannot play. There's certain music that even for us on our show we cannot play. But since fortunately we've been blessed that we can play certain music, you gotta know about royalty rights and so on. Then step 2, you have to know about learning the business. You can have the music, but you got to apply your business to it. That's why they call it music business. You got to apply the two together so you can move forward. And then step 3, you got to learn to build you got to come down with a foundation. How you want to get your equipment, on how you want to budget your finances, or what can you afford and what can you not afford. You can't jump just from 1 and you can jump from 6 and then not start from 1 to get to 10. So you got to have a budget plan and a foundation to start off with small equipment and build your way up.
And it's good that you mentioned budget, because so many people, when they go in business, they start with their own money, or there's some that go and get help from local programs. What would be your
Yes.
suggestion if someone's starting a business? How did you do it?
Honestly,
We had a lot of help, including to
to
expose you
expose.
guys.
Yes.
That's as
Yes.
as far as that
That's
goes.
it. Go ahead.
And we had, of course, we started off with our own finances of our
Correct.
money, and just went from there.
And not only that, just like TIA say, that's number four. Surround yourself with people that's already been in the business longer than
Hmm.
you have. Those are your teachers. Those are your masters. I'm just a student. I'm trying to be like my master. You know. So with the finance and budgets, if you don't have the budget, put yourself around the people that maybe can loan you the money, take out a bank loan, if you have good credit, or just like TIA say, you got to be patient, stack up your paper. You have to sacrifice certain things that you used to do. You don't do it no more if you really aim for this business.
So I want to go back to the podcast, the studio work, and everything. Can you and Miss TIA walk us through a typical broadcast? Let the audience know what it's like to be at the Brand of Us.
Wow.
Well, I
Yeah.
think what it's like to be here at the Brand of Us, I'm gonna have to tell y'all about the JV because he
Uh-oh.
is a handful. I
We about
am
to get into some
so.
dirty laundry.
And
Shit, it's a good
yes,
minute.
We about to get into some dirty laundry.
but
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
like
kidding.
this
Go
stuff
ahead,
a
Mr.
certain
Yaga.
way. He likes things to be perfect. So in itself, the Javian is a handful, but it is also a learning experience. It has been a learning experience for myself because I've never been into the podcasting or anything like that. The only thing I've ever done is like sing because that's what I do. Um, but my experience being a part of this podcast has been a very good learning experience for me.
So
Oh, I'm
the
gonna say something.
Javion,
Oh,
yeah, you, because since you're the
okay.
perfect one, walk us through the perfect broadcast.
Let me clarify on that. Nothing in life is, nothing in life is perfect except God. Okay, I'm gonna put
Right.
that for out there. I'm not gonna talk religion. The only thing is perfect is the Lord. And with that structure that I have, it is that I walk accordingly of what to do. So yes, a perfect podcast is knowing your your work value. You can't you can't let up, and you can't give up on your goals and your dreams. So only you, like me as a person, like TIA say, I know what I want, and I'm gonna put it towards 100%. Whether you like us or whether you don't like us, I'm still pushing forward.
That's early mornings, late nights, all that stuff.
And from learning from people that have wisdom, they always told me that you can't go over that mountain and expect to see on the other side if you're standing at the foot of the mountain. So you have to climb that mountain, and each time you climb that mountain, you get a nice a nice a nice what
View.
view on the other side, and you almost there.
Okay, well, thank you for the clarity. But tell me, how do you both stay organized?
I'm
Honestly,
going to say this. He is more organized than
yes,
me
I am.
because um, this is his baby, the podcast radio show. I'm just a part of it, and I'm going to continue to, help him as much as I can with this business because, like I said, this was a learning process for me, and I'm still learning.
Is there a target audience?
Yes, yes, yes. Well, Yes, it is. It is a target audience. Pretty much, we in the beginning it was a target audience. Now it's like everybody tune in. It's no, really no specific age now for the brand of us. We target audience from UK, from Africa to the United States, from California, and now Tokyo. So at the same time, they tune in because we giving out to the masses, and I'm using that strategy of giving out to the masses. Just like when the Lord had a fish, He feed everyone. That's what I'm doing for the brand of us. Have different types of music to feed everyone.
And I would have to say our biggest audience that we have is here in South
South
Carolina.
Carolina. That's what's.
So South
Hello.
Carolina is your biggest audience.
Say it again.
South Carolina is your biggest audience.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
Who's your second
We get a
biggest?
lot of support from South
South
Carolina.
Carolina.
South Carolina
And
is in one and number two. That's it. Who's your
and
second supporter?
Florida.
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 Right.
And big ups to Florida and South Carolina. We love you. 843, 850, and the whole 9 yards.
Well, tell us, what is the future direction for the brand of us?
I would have to say, like the Javian said, we're branching off to more the radio now. So I think the future for the brand of us will be to go into radio full time.
And when you say radio, you mean like web radio or airwaves radio, terrestrial?
Airwaves
Airwaves,
radio.
tomorrow, airwaves. FLC, everything in the air. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, let me just kind of like clarify some stuff here. 'Cause see, the people don't know y'all like I know y'all. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, these two people are serious about what they're trying to do. A lot of times people get into business and they are serious. So they don't put forth the effort, the energy, and the time to develop a good business model. Now, I've watched these two, and what I like about it is that they complement each other. In business, no one person knows everything. Well,
Right.
sometimes they do, but what makes a company strong and a business better is that everybody has a role and they understand their role and they execute their roles within the understanding of how the business should function. So I really like the way that you guys give each other room to do what you do best. Now people listen to this, they go, oh, well, it seems like Mr. DJ does everything and Miss TIA is beautiful and she's supporting him. Hell no. That's not the way it is, y'all. Miss TIA know what her strengths are. Mr. DJ knows what Miss TIA's strength is, and he allows her to do that because they both benefit from their strength. Now, Mr. DJ knows what his strength is. Miss TIA understands that. She supports him in that, and together, ladies and gentlemen, they go and they grow. So I don't want any confusion out there, y'all, with y'all misunderstanding the humbleness with which they both complement each other, because I know the real deal and I see it. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we don't waste your time with people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. So I want you to understand that in business, you want to be in business with people that complement you. So
Yes.
that where you need help, they can help you. And where they need help, guess what? You can help them. Now, listen at this right here. Bring me in a full screen here, cousin. what we want to understand is that they began with a desire to provide a service that they saw was being unmet. People had music. People were trying to get their music out there. So Mr. DJ, being in the music business, decided that he was going to be able to help these people by setting up at first a podcast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to play on your intelligence. You certainly understand that there is a difference between a podcast and a radio broadcast. So now they started as a podcast, getting people's music, talking about people's music, and playing people's music. Now the next logical step for them is to become inclusive and expand their podcast into what is now about to become a radio broadcast. So that is what they were saying, but because they so modest, and me not being as modest, bring me a Miss Shawnette up here, cousin. We want you to know that we have worked with these guys. We have watched them in their growth and development. And I can tell you, I'm expecting great and bigger things from these guys, and the way that they're dedicated to their craft. If everybody in business was that way, guess what? We'd have more successful people in business.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
now, cousin, bring up the double screen because we finna let these good people go. How do we get in contact with the DJ and the TIA?
Well, how you can get in contact with the Brand of Us, you can reach out to us at thebrandofus@gmail.com. You can also visit our website, www.thebrandofus.com. And we're all on different kind of platforms. We're there. So y'all just go check us out. Or you could just go ahead and just Google the Brand of Us and we will pop up and you can see everything about the Brand of Us.
Can I say something?
No, you can't say anything. Miss TIA, is it okay if he says something?
Yes.
Okay, all right, now you can say something.
When she say Google, Google put us to the top of the page because of our huge following. So it's be much easier when you hit thebrandofus.com. It's easy to find us view on top of the page of Google. And dealing with this business, search engine does play a part in this, so people could find you.
All right. So in closing, is there anything else you guys want to say?
Thank you for all what you have done for us. And you're still my sensei. and everybody loves coming to you, that I brought the artists in. They still talks about you. They still want to continue networking with you. And I still want to continue doing business with you because it elevates the Brand of Us. We are a team. I love working with 2xposu. And I love to get the words out there with 2xposu because I have artists right now want to come and perform for 2xposu. So it's a network process. And like you just said, Mr. Goodman, that we help one another. And sometimes I may not be able to climb that mountain by myself. So Mr. Goodman, probably he could be halfway and he reach out his hand and he could pull me up. And that's what we need to do for each and everyone out here and around the world. And that's why we are the Brand of Us.
Well, I can tell you.
What I would like to say is,
What? Go ahead.
we got to say our little slogan now.
Oh, yeah, our little slogan.
Okay. We like to say
Peace,
love, and continue making music.
All right. Well, it takes a team, and I understand that. There's Miss Shawnette Bright, and the guy you don't see, that makes this stuff happen? Ray Harvey. These are the people that is what To Expose You is about. And if it wasn't for them, there would be no To Expose You. So our help to you and your help to us is because both of us have a team of people that know what to do, that they do it very well, and as a result of that, we got To Expose You. So now I got to go and talk to a lady from Mississippi. Otherwise, I could stay here with you all day, but I got to go. So, Mr. DJ, Miss TIA, cousin, take us out of here.